Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming. I would like to share with you my experiences I've just had from Antarctica. And what I'm suggesting is to talk a little bit about my short story, and then we'll go through the photos with a little bit of explanations, what those photos mean for us. And then I have prepared a statement that I will be reading as it is written, really fully. And after that, if you have comments, they will be welcome, or questions, and the session will end there. I would like to start by expressing my gratitude to the government of Portugal, who has given me the opportunity to have this slot of 30 minutes to talk about my experiences in Antarctica. So thank you very much, Portugal. I'm now Cameroonian and Portuguese. Thank you. So my little story is what? Is that I'm Cécile Ndjebet. I'm a Cameroonian. I'm agronomist by profession, social forester, and I'm gender specialist and activist for human rights. I started my career in the Ministry of Agriculture in 1986. Then I joined the Ministry of Forestry and Environment, I think it was 1990, as civil servant. And in the Ministry of Agriculture and in the Ministry of Forestry, I was really in charge of working with women and local communities, trying to helping them, supporting them in their work, and being also a liaison between the research and the communities. Why? I think it's also from already, I could see that women were struggling a lot. My mother was the first to get up and the last to sleep. I've never really seen her eating, being joyful. And I think I started telling her when I was 10, that when I grow up, I will defend rural women's rights. I will always be their defender. So I grew up with that spirit, and that's how my life has been built. Working with rural women is my passion, is my reason of life. If I want to be happy, I should be with them. So after 10 to 12 years in the ministries, I left because I really wanted to be closer to my rural women. And that's how I co-founded the first NGO, Cameroon Ecology, in 2001. And our mission was to support communities in the management of community forests, because the law was already there and it has provided that room. Working with Cameroon Ecology, we had an opportunity because I was pushing a little bit, or I was also pushing for policy reforms. I realized that community were really out of the scene. And in Cameroon and in most of the African countries where we have forests, the poorest are from the forest, and the richness is from the forest. So it's a dilemma. It's something that we don't understand very easily. You are in the environment where it's very rich in natural resources, but you are the poorest of everybody. So we push for community forests in the law, and we got it. And then we started pushing for it to be implemented, for the law to be implemented. That's how, from Cameroon Ecology, I pushed for, and let's say I facilitated and initiated an international conference on the role of communities in forest management in Africa. It was a regional conference in 2009, and within the conference that we created, the network we call today the African Women Network for Community Management of Forests. We had 10 countries at the beginning in 2009 creating it, and today we are 20 countries. And I think that in January, February next year, we'll get 5 more new members, so we'll jump to 25. I have been working in Cameroon, in the Congo Basin, in Sub-Saharan Africa. I think I visited all the landscape that we have in Africa. I visited the Latin America. I visited Asia. So I really experienced rural women life. And I always say that being African, Latin American, or Asian, women share the same international level. I was awarded Wangari Maathai Champion of Forest 2022. It was in South Korea, in Seoul, in May 2022, during the World Forestry Congress, the 15th edition of World Forestry Congress. And in November 22nd, 2022, I was named Champion of the Earth by the UN in the category that they call Inspiration and Action. And this year, in July, I was one of the winners of Gulbenkian Prize for Humanity. And this is a prize that I received in Portugal, in Lisbon. It was a great ceremony. I have the link I can share with you. And I think those prizes, those distinctions have improved my visibility worldwide, because I have been receiving a lot of journalists who are interested to know about what I'm doing. And I met an Australian lady that connected me to another platform of women we call Busara. And from Busara, I was targeted. No, I was invited to Antarctica, an expedition of 21 days in Antarctica on a ship where we had a training program on climate change. Every time that we had theory on the ship, the next activity was on the sea, where we were visiting the islands and seeing how the climate change is impacting Antarctica. And this session is really to share with you what I have seen, what I feel since my Antarctica expedition, and how I think we should really move forward for our planet. So I would like to continue with some photos from Antarctica. It's just a selection of 10 or 11 photos, I think. We have 100. We were 109 women on the ship, one ship, Island Sky, and the other ship has 111 women, Ushuaia ship. So it was great, and this was organized by Bound of women all over the world. I'm going to talk about that later. So let's share a little bit of a few photos and what my understanding on those photos. I would like to share it with you, and I hope it will help you to have also an idea of what is happening in Antarctica and how our practices and our behavior are now impacting very negatively Antarctica. The first you see, it's me in the zodiac. Ximena is a very young woman from Mexico who was with me. She selected all these photos. She's the one who did that. She has not slept the whole night. So if I miss something, she's there. So this is me in one of the zodiac. I don't remember where, but we had this at least every day in a different place. And you will see that it's from forest and sand to ice desert. Because all those, it was only the ice desert that was missing in my life. And today I have it because I have been in Antarctica. But the forest and the sand landscape, I know. This is a part of our team walking along the ice. I don't remember where, but this is Antarctica. They're walking along the ice, and most of them all our group were women. And why women? Why is it important to have women? I think this training program, leadership and climate change, was very well targeted because women play a key role in addressing climate change issues. And women are the most impacted also by climate change in any of our continents. I have testimonies of women in Africa, in Latin America, in Asia. So it was very well organized for women to see what is going on in Antarctica and how we can take it back home and try to advocate to care for our planet. This is the zodiac. Every day we have one in a different place, but not only the zodiac, you can see already in the surrounding, you can see the ice blocks. That's Antarctica. When we say glaciers and ice are melting, you can see it there. And we have many of these type of photos. I noticed that when the sun is, how do you say it, when it's come out, when the temperature starts rising, the ice starts cracking, and we could see that cracking. See this one? Penguins. They are like threatened by this because their environment is no more as it used to be. And this is just like 11 a.m. in the morning, 12 a.m. till like 2, where we have that sun. You still see them, they still run, they start running because they need to stay in their coldest environment, and it is not that much. They don't like sun at all. They don't like temperature, high temperature. This is a dead one. And they are dying. The information we have received is that the penguin population is being reduced for about 30% because of the changes in their environment. They are dying from the changes of their environment. This is one, and I hope that we will not admit that this continues. These are this is ice and some glaciers cracking, and we don't know up to when, until when this will continue to happen. And as you know, when the ice and the glaciers are melting, that raises the sea level. And if Antarctica continues like this, I'm sure that many of our countries, even Dubai, where we are, they will suffer from that. Look at this one. How many years it has been here, and how many years it's getting to depleted. If this glacier has melted. And we have seen so many like this. And the specialist who was there to explain to us this phenomenon says that the melting of this ice and glaciers is increasing every day. Every day. So we are all afraid of tomorrow. And we should really understand that the situation is getting worse. And I hope, see this one. We are all in great danger. No one can say I am secured. because the sea level is not only for islands, but it's for everybody. The estimation for Dubai is that by 2100, if nothing is done, 31% area will be in the water for Dubai. Because we are here, we can take that example. And I hope that what we are doing here, it's also contributing to this impact, because it's human presence. But to do this, we had specialists who showed us how to this environment. So we had the attitude that we had to observe during all this zodiac tour. How many meters you have to be from the penguins, from the seals, from elephant seals, yeah, all those mammals that we could meet there. We have learned how to preserve them. And we were working to go also and see what is happening there, and with an attitude that was given to us, and we needed to conform to that. I'm not sure I think it's when we were saying bye to Antarctica, with all what we have seen and all what we have learned, we hope to carry out messages to respect Antarctica and to care for Antarctica. And it is from this trip that we elaborated a statement, because for me as an activist, I really need to make sure that I have a message I shared. I have some lessons that I shared, and I hope that I can inspire and be trusted those who are listening to me. So I would like to share with you that statement that we prepared for this COP20 to raise awareness to leaders and decision makers on the danger in which all of us we are in. So I will have the statement here, and I think I will close this first, and then I take the statement. Or I can leave the photo there. It's okay. Statement from Cécile Ndjebet, World Leaders and Decision Makers, Dubai, November-December 2023. Excellencies, distinguished delegate, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing here, but my voice echoes millions of African women walking by my side, mobilizing to heal our land, our forests and sea. I also represent 800 women with a STEM background: science, technology, engineering, math, and medicines, who are part of the global Homeward Bound initiative. We speak with one voice. Please hear us now. From forest and sand to ice desert. I have just been in Antarctica, and I had 3 of the most beautiful weeks of my life. But what I saw and heard broke my heart. World leaders, listen. We are all in grave danger. This has been a year of ice loss, climate disasters, and suffering. Changes in Antarctica and the Southern Ocean affect the global climate and therefore impact all of inhabited land will be lost by the sea 2100. We all need to consider what we will do when Antarctica comes to our door. World leaders, if we lose the light of Antarctica, we lose the world. I have a vision. I see a world where we are successful in halting temperature increase at 1.5 degrees Celsius and living in harmony with nature. In this world, women and indigenous people take their rightful seats at the table to take action, and youth are taken seriously. In this vision, I see equitable and sustainable cities thriving. In this world, there is a social equality and social justice, cooperation and abundance. There is peace. I see healthy ecosystem and forests providing food, clean water, and supporting livelihood and economies for communities in Cameroon, in Africa, and in the entire world. But this dream is at risk, unfortunately. Climate change requires urgent systemic solutions and transitions. Climate impacts are not just about the environment, but also about billions of displaced people, gender inequalities, social injustice, and human conflict impacting all nations worldwide. Women, underrepresented groups, children, small island states, and the global south are the most at risk. World leaders, this is the most challenging time in our human history, and it is one in which we must succeed together in saving the planet. Join me in this vision, share it with your people, and make it a reality. I call on you all to secure our future by investing in grassroots women and youth initiatives for immediate action. The time has come to mobilize resources on the front line of this global crisis. I therefore request the parties present at this COP take action on 4 key points. 1. Be the world leaders we so urgently need. One voice for a shared future. Urgently phase out fossil fuel and accelerate the shift to sustainable and gender-responsive, nature-based technologies. Deliver prompt climate finance for local communities, women and girls from the global south. They know what needs to be done to solve their problems, and they have been historically under-supported and underfunded. 4. Secure women's rights and land tenure rights for rural women and girls to enable their leadership. Climate finance must not leave indigenous and local community women and girls behind. Work with us. Together, we can succeed. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's the message I wanted to share with you. If you have comments, questions, please feel free. I think we still have, let me see, oh, not much. Oh, almost done. Sorry. But we're going to share the link and my contact will be there. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for coming. Take care of Antarctica. Respect Antarctica. Care for Antarctica. Thank you.